Hi class! Today is a tutorial video on how to construct a perpendicular line through a point that is not on your line. So you can see that set up here in number 1. So I've got a segment AB that I want to create a perpendicular line to. Now I want that perpendicular line to go through point C. And obviously you guys can see C is not on my line. So we're actually going to use the concepts from bisecting a segment to help us out with this. So actually, whenever we create a segment bisector with a compass and ruler, it actually is always a perpendicular bisector. So we still want that 90-degree part, but bisect means it's going to go through the midpoint. C is not necessarily the midpoint of the segment, right? So basically what we need to do is we need C to be a midpoint of a segment, and then we can bisect that in order to get the 90 degrees. So how we're going to do that is we're going to open our compass so that it's a little past the line. So you can see that my compass is wider than it is the distance from C to the line. So bigger than that distance. So it's going below my line. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create an arc that crosses my segment twice. Like so. So I made my width longer than the line, and then I drew an arc so that it crossed my line twice. So basically now I've got a segment, this intersection point to this intersection point, that if I were to drop C straight down, it would be the midpoint of that segment. So if I bisect this mini segment here, remember, anytime we use a construction tools, compass and a ruler, that automatically gives me a 90-degree angle when I bisect it. So we're going to bisect that small segment. So remember to bisect, we're going to open the compass a little over halfway. So from this intersection point to this intersection point, I want it to be over half of that. And I'm going to create an arc above and below my segment. And I'm going to keep that width and do exactly the same thing on the other intersection. So pin on that intersection, create 2 arcs so that it crosses the arcs I just made. So now when I connect those 2 intersections I just made, this point and this point, it should also connect through C. So that's where you can see kind of how accurate you were, that when you line it up, C also lines up with your 2 intersections like you guys can see here. So if I connect those, sorry, I went under my ruler there a little bit. This is forming a perfectly right angle. Okay? All right, so that's how you use a compass and a ruler to create a perpendicular line through a point not on your line. Thanks for watching.